Hey guys, this is Matt Core from ctrl+paint.com, and today we're going to get a little more use out of the elliptical marquee. First off, why does this matter to you? Well, if you have an image and you have a lot of curved shapes like these, you'll find that a lot of the process is just selecting either, the horn itself so you can paint in the horn, or more often it's selecting the negative space around a shape. And one way to do that's with the pen tool, but you might actually prefer just making a selection, marching ants. Well, as you know, it can be hard to try and just kind of get this just right. The interesting thing you might not know is that once you've laid down a selection, you can transform the selection itself. So I'm not transforming the layer. You can see I only have one layer here. I'm just going to transform the selection. So I'm going to make it a little more obvious by starting with a wide oval like that. So free transform would be Ctrl+T or Command+T on a Mac. To modify the selection itself, you just add Shift. So Ctrl+Shift+T, and you get the free transform handles, but it's only on the selection. So here I can do whatever I want, and immediately you can see that I would not have been able to draw a selection that's this shape. It only is circles and ovals, and this oval here is off axis. So I can pretty easily line that right up with what I need and rotate it if it's not quite right. And then you hit enter and it confirms it. And now you have that selection. So I could, make a new layer and paint whatever color I wanted. This is extremely useful because it's so easy and it's so quick. So let's just do a few of these for practice. I picked an image that already has a number of ovals and most of them are off axis. So say I want to get, here's a good one. I want to get the outside of this ring. I'd start by getting it kind of just about the right size, but you'll notice it's not on the right line. So I do Ctrl+Shift+T, rotate it a little bit, kind of get it in position. Now the really nice thing about this is it works even better if you remember the modifier shortcuts. So here's just a quick overview of those. If I hold down Alt, I work from the center. So if I'm skewing on one axis while holding Alt, it just skews it relative to the center. If I hold down Alt and Shift, it does both axes at the same time relative to the center. And then of course you can just rotate however you want. And there you have your selection. So let me show you one without narration. I just want to get in this shape real quick. So I'd pull a circle, and it's probably wrong. There we go. Or maybe what I want to do is actually get the horn itself. So I'll get it kind of close, skew it into perspective. That's looking pretty good. Sometimes I'll paint with a soft brush on that hard edge. If this looks familiar to you because you've worked with traditional tools, this is a lot like using French curves. In French curves, you have a piece of plastic that's got a whole collection of curves, and you kind of look for the right one and then put it up against your image. Well, Photoshop doesn't have a French curve, but when you combine the elliptical selection with free transforming, you can pretty quickly get any curve you'd like, as long as you kind of memorize those keyboard shortcuts. So give this a try with some image you already have, practice those keyboard shortcuts, and you're going to be using this a lot before you know it. Have fun painting. Thanks for coming to the site, guys.